Hello guys, Dalsvold here, and I'm back with another video. It's been a while, but I wanted to get started with a history of Wolverine. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because of the new Wolverine movie. It's going to be coming out, Old Man Logan. Sure, it's going to be coming out in 2017, but I thought, why not? Give you all the main history of Wolverine and histories of different Wolverines. So yeah. Let's get started with the main one we know. You have James Howlett Wolverine, who was born in early 19th century. He had a mother, father, obviously. They're very wealthy until the oldest son died in 1897. I think it was 97. But he died, so the mother was institutionalized because she just went insane, couldn't cope with the death. And James Howlett, was living with a young woman named Rose, who was his young companion because he just didn't have any friends being a wealthy kid, kind of like Bruce Wayne. He also had a friend named Dog, who was the groundskeeper's son. Yeah. And the groundskeeper's son, Dog, ended up getting a little too close to Rose, unwanted close from Rose, and Wolverine got really mad at Dog, and he went to go tell his father about what happened because he started pulling some sexual moves on her. It's like, ooh, not cool. And he fired the groundskeeper and basically kicked out the groundskeeper and the son. So they come in one night. Dog's father's name is Thomas Logan. I had to think about that for a sec. He comes in drunk with a gun and wanting to take Elizabeth Howlett, who is Wolverine's or James Howlett's mom, because he is in love with her. Okay, but I guess she's being institutionalized inside of the mansion, and they end up killing Thomas Logan, and so Elizabeth Howlett ends up killing herself. That sends James and Rose to run, and they're gone for maybe 5-7 years until, because Dog inherited everything from James Howlett. So James's father had Dog go hunt him down because he was dying. And when he went to go hunt him down, he was thinking, I'm not going to hunt him down and bring him back to his father. Because the reason why I wanted to bring him back was because he's dying, he wants to make peace with them. That's not the same thing Dog wanted. He wanted to kill James Howlett. And after all this time, Rose and James, they've been in this place, just coal mining. So, James Howlett's gotten all beefed up, he's popping claws, and he's getting pretty jacked up, and you don't want to mess with him. Until Dog picks a fight with him. At first, seemingly overpowers him, but James overpowers him, and as he goes in for the final blow, when he pops his claws in public in front of everyone who trusts him, Rose jumps in front of him, and she dies. Wow, that's pretty tough. And then years come by, everything seems to move a little faster throughout history. Somewhere down the line, he was fighting in World War II and actually ran into Captain America, but he was fighting for the Canadian Army, which is interesting. Then somewhere down the line, he was captured by some people known as Stryker, who performed the Weapon X program on him and turned him into Weapon X, where they gave him the adamantium skeleton with the adamantium claws and messed with his mind so that he's just a straight killer. Although Professor X freed him from that, and he ended up joining the X-Men, which kind of saved him because he was just like on the edge, didn't know what to do. meets Jean Grey. Then you know the whole love triangle with Cyclops, Phoenix, and Wolverine. But I never really got into how he got the name Logan. He got the name Logan because he couldn't be James Howlett anymore, because when he left the mansion with Rose, I can't think. My mind's drawing blanks. He would be a fugitive because Dog framed him for the death of Elizabeth and his father, saying that he killed him because of him popping his claws for the first time. But yeah, that's about it. That's for the first Wolverine. That's the main one we know. There's two other Wolverines I want to get into, like the X-23, which is a clone of Logan. Basically, they tried making 22 clones, male clones of Wolverine. It didn't work out too well. They all died. But they thought, hey, this woman named Sarah, pretty sure his name is Sarah, she thought, I'll be the surrogate mother for a female clone. And it worked. She was born, and manifesting her powers as well, pops her claws. They pulled her claws out, put them with adamantium, and then she becomes a part of the Weapon X program, becoming a an assassin, you would say, where there's a certain way to trigger that ferocious beast that Wolverine has inside of him, inside of her, by rubbing this certain type of trigger on her. That's what they call it in the comics, but yeah. And basically she just loses herself and she blacks out, but her body goes into autopilot and kills everything. She ends up getting freed, finds Wolverine, and kind of looks to him as a father. And I don't understand why that's red. Oh, it's because of my Chromecast. Anyways, trying to wrap this up. Now we have the Old Man Logan. The Old Man Logan, if you haven't read the comics and you want to read it, I suggest you go read it. But this is what the new Wolverine movie is going to be loosely based on. I'm not saying for sure, but it's the general idea that counts. So it starts out with Wolverine he's old. It's probably like 90. No. It's like the year 2030. Let's say 2030. Maybe 2050. It's a long time in the future. But yeah. Getting into it, he has a family. He lives in California. He's with the Hulk family, he's ruled by the Hulk family, who are super mean, and they're like hillbillies, and they like have the Fantastic Car. But this all started because the whole country's broken up into different. It's broken up into different areas or different regions, where you have different sections of the country ruled by different supervillains. And this all happened, which was the night the heroes fell. The night the heroes fell was a night where every supervillain got together and were like, for every superhero there are 10 supervillains. So if we all got together, we can take them all down, which worked, which kind of sucks. But getting into it, the whole family goes up to Wolverine and says, hey, you need to come up with rent money. You don't have it this month, have it next month, doubled. And he's like, uh-oh. And then he gets beat up really bad. Hawkeye, which is the last remaining superheroes, comes by and he talks to Wolverine. Just like, hey, I have a business proposal for you. We can go to Washington, D.C. and deliver a super soldier serum to stop this madness. I'm sorry, guys, I'm rocking back and forth. But yeah. Anyways, I keep saying anyways, but let's keep moving. As they're going, they move around in the spider buggy. They stop, and I can't remember what Baron it is, but it's the last resting place of Thor, and it's a tourist attraction now. Ultron 8 lives there with his wife, who's Tanya, who is Hawkeye's third ex-wife, and he pleads Hawkeye to go see her. He goes and sees her, and she tells him, you need to see your daughter. She's been captured by Kingpin. If you don't know who Kingpin is, he's a crime boss. But yeah, go rescue her. So they go, and as they drive by an arena, they see, it's just a quick panel. They see Punisher and Daredevil tied up in an arena while two velociraptors eat them. So it's like, oh, okay, we just witnessed the death of two superheroes. Okay, let's keep moving. So we see his daughter, which is Spider-Woman, I believe, and he frees her, and she decapitates Kingpin with the butt of a shotgun, which was intense. Wow, it was crazy. Never seen something that bad. And then she takes over and she tries to kill Hawkeye and Wolverine, but they get out of there on the spider buggy, trapping everyone in a cave with all the monoloids, which are the Earth's way of cleaning up the Earth and taking itself back. Because these monoloids are crazy and they will eat you and your family for breakfast. Carrying on, they run into... No, they don't run into... Yeah, they run into the guy who they're going to deliver the super soldier serum to. They give it to him. Hawkeye's like, yeah, inject me with it so I can be like Captain America. And they have 99 vials, which means 99 Captain Americas. That's insane, considering the fact that in the Marvel Universe we have 2, which is the Red Skull and Captain America. But the guy he's giving the super soldier serum to, apparently he is working for Red Skull, who's the president of the world, I guess, and he kills Hawkeye and Wolverine. Sucks. So Wolverine he just doesn't die, so although he's old, so it took him a while to heal, and he killed everyone. Did he kill everyone? No, he didn't kill everyone. He ran into Red Skull, and he went in the White House because that's where he lives. And in the White House is a giant trophy case with a whole bunch of superheroes. Within the dead center of it, Captain America's shield. And what is Red Skull wearing? Captain America's uniform. It is very disturbing. And Wolverine is just like, enough of this, bub. Pulls out his claws for the first time in 50 years. And he kills the Red Skull. Actually, he didn't kill him with the claws. He grabbed Captain America's shield, went and decapitated him. And getting into why Wolverine never popped his claws in over 50 years, this is because back in the night the heroes fell, him and Jubilee were at Xavier's school, and just back this up a bit. They were in Xavier's school, and what had happened was they noticed there was a whole bunch of attacks going across the whole country, so they started freaking out, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of supervillains pop in, and Wolverine's just killing one by one until his last battle, which the whole battle's gone on for about 8 hours. His last battle, which put up a really big fight, was Bullseye, and his last dying words were, "We're your friends." And he finally snaps out of it, and he realizes that it wasn't Bullseye, it was Jubilee. And looking around at all the dead villains, they were all the dead X-Men. What had happened was Mysterio got into Wolverine's head and made him think that they were all villains trying to kill him and the X-Men, but instead he was killing the X-Men, and he vowed to never pop his claws, trying to kill himself multiple times by jumping in front of trains. He ran his head over by a train, thinking he would kill himself, but he didn't. Instead, he killed Wolverine. And after that, he was Logan. So for the next 50 years, he lived with his family. And back to it, he just killed Red Skull. And he's like, enough of this. Grabs the money, grabs Iron Man's suit because it's in the trophy case, and he goes all the way back to California in about 3 to 4 hours. He gets back, and he finds his whole family slaughtered by the Hulk family. Or by the Hulk clan. He just popped his claws, man. He just popped his claws. He goes and looks for the Hulk family, and he kills every single one of them. So gruesome. And it even ends with a big fight between Bruce Banner, who's just a puny old man with glasses, who's like 90 years old, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you because you killed my family. So he stabs his claws into his chest, and as he pulls him out, Bruce Banner looks at him and says, this is what I've been waiting for. And he turns into the Hulk, and he just eats Wolverine whole, which is a very bad idea, because a couple hours later he noticed stomach pains, and then Wolverine popped right out of his back. Not even through his stomach, where it's just, you know, fleshy guts. No, he popped out of the spine, the back. It was nasty. He's like, and he took the last remaining survivor of the Hulk family, which is just a little baby who didn't know what was going on. Put him in a pouch. Put his hat on. Took a horse. And he said goodbye to the people of that town, saying he's going to fix the world. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I covered 3 different Wolverines, and it was pretty interesting. I know it's not going to be exactly like the movie. What I'm guessing the movie's going to be about is after Apocalypse, or after what we saw in Days of Future Past, after that, you know, everything's fixed at the end of the movie. I think it's not going to be fixed. I think there are still going to be mutant hunters out there, and they're going to kill all the mutants except for Wolverine and... Or no, because all the Sentinels they showed in Apocalypse, I think they're going to go rogue sometime later in the future, and they're going to kill every single mutant. I don't know what's going to happen to the mutants. I don't know what's going to happen to everyone. It looks like an apocalypse. I mean, Wolverine's by himself. He's old. I don't understand how Patrick Stewart's still alive. I mean, the actor and the character, Professor X, doesn't make any sense. He's like 150, dude. He was born in like, what, the 40s? That's almost, he's like 85 then in the movie. But yeah, and they're going to be introducing X-23. They might be introducing Kaned, his Wolverine's son. So that'll be interesting. Really hope you enjoyed the story, you guys. Maybe I'll do some more. I know this video kind of ran on a bit long, but I'm Doswald, and I'll see you later, guys.